In the vibrant underwater kingdom of Coral Cove, three adventurous friends, Sarah the Swift, Jonathan the Brave, and Jessica the Clever, set out on an exciting expedition to discover the hidden treasures of the ocean. They had always been curious about the gleaming pearl that was said to be guarded by the wise old turtle, Tully. "Let's find that pearl," exclaimed Sarah, her eyes sparkling like the sunlight dancing on the waves. "It'll be our greatest adventure yet." Jonathan, ever the courage-filled companion, puffed out his chest and said, "I'll lead the way through the Seaweed Forest. Nothing can scare me." Meanwhile, Jessica, known for her clever problem-solving skills, added, "And if we encounter any tricky situations, I'll think of a way out. But remember, we need to take care of both our surroundings and each other." Nodding in agreement, the trio dove into the shimmering water, laughter bubbling in their wake. They swam through the colorful coral gardens, where fish of all shapes and sizes darted around them like flickering jewels. As they reached the seaweed forest, they saw that the tall strands of seaweed twisted and tangled around them. It was a maze, but Jonathan charged ahead confidently. "Follow me!" he shouted. But as the others followed, they suddenly came to a halt. A young seahorse was trapped in a mass of tangled seaweed, struggling to break free. Its tiny eyes were wide with fear. "Oh no! We can't just leave it!" cried Sarah, her heart beating fast. "We have to help!" Jonathan hesitated for a moment, his brave spirit caught in a mix of excitement and responsibility. "But it might slow us down," he said, glancing at the deepening shadows that meant the sun was setting. Jessica, with her thoughtful nature, quickly chimed in, "If we don't help it, what will happen? It could get hurt. Being brave is also about doing what's right." Sarah nodded in agreement. "We can't ignore the needs of others. Let's work together." Taking a deep breath, Jonathan said, "You're right. Let's help the seahorse." The three friends gathered around the tangled strands, each using their strengths. Sarah swam effortlessly, pulling the seaweed aside with quick, precise movements. Jonathan's strength shone as he pushed against the weeds, while Jessica directed them on how to untangle the young seahorse safely. Together, they freed the little creature, who wiggled joyfully in the water. "Thank you! Thank you!" it squeaked, its tiny tail flicking happily. "You saved me! I'll tell everyone how brave you were." With their new friend now safe, the trio resumed their search for the pearl. Along the way, they encountered other sea creatures who needed help, a fish stuck in a flat rock and a crab who had lost his way. Each time, they paused, banded together, and offered support, exceeding expectations of their own responsibilities. Finally, as the sun dipped below the horizon, they arrived at Tully's cave, where a luminescent pearl glowed like the moon. Tully, the wise old turtle, greeted them with a gentle smile. "You three have shown great responsibility today, both for your friends and for one another. You deserve this treasure." As they emerged from the cave, the trio held the sparkling pearl together, now shining with an even more beautiful light, one of friendship, teamwork, and compassion. Back in Coral Cove, they knew their adventure taught them more than they could have imagined. Sarah, Jonathan, and Jessica realized that being responsible meant caring for others and being brave enough to do what was right. "Today was amazing!" Sarah exclaimed as they looked at the glowing pearl. "We did this together because we cared." "And that kind of bravery is worth more than any treasure," added Jonathan with a proud grin. Jessica smiled, her eyes bright. "Responsibility is what makes our friendship so special. Let's always remember to lend a helping hand." And with that promise, they cheered together, their hearts filled with the warmth of wonder and joy, forever friends in the magical world of Coral Cove. Memorable message. Being responsible means caring for each other and doing what's right, no matter how small the task.